So, the communities of Whitfield Town in Kingston and Waterford in St. Catherine are now under special COVID-19 containment. There are 21 cases in Whitfield and 24 cases in Waterford. Extra, you are the government man. You know all of the government business. Yeah. What that mean when them say under special COVID-19?
When I hear special, I always think about community spread.
Yeah, I understand that's what's happening. Yeah, but I'm asking what it mean when they say special curfew. What that mean?
Like when they quarantine out by, was it Bull Bay, the first quarantine?
Yeah. So nobody can come out and nobody can go in.
The time limit, the time specifications are different from the regular curfew. So for them, I think it's 6 p.m. You have to be inside by 6 p.m. And I don't know what the 6 a.m. or the a.m. time is, but they have a specific time.
It's just that they have different hours. Probably.
Yeah, so them they're special.
But we don't understand how that help. If they still come out.
My thing is this, a lot of people, again, there's no major understanding about this entire curfew thing, because for some people it don't make sense.
Right.
If people aren't abiding by it, because on a daily basis, people go about their business in the day. Are you trying to say to us that COVID-19 doesn't spread in the day as opposed to the night? I think that's what's causing the confusion for a lot of people, and now people are kind of saying, all right, what is next? Because if we've been at this for the past 7 months, what's new? What have you learned over the past 7 months that we can start to implement?
I don't think much is being learned because this virus seems to be doing what it does and morphing.
Yeah, but I think people are just waiting to see what the first world countries do. I think that's the case. But everybody's really waiting on the vaccine. And I think where the failure comes in is people are comparing this to 1918. We don't look back at history enough to say what they did right and what they did wrong.
Well, what they did wrong was definitely not prepare for a second wave, and the second wave turned out to be worse than the first.
Precisely.
So if we're going to learn from our mistakes, that might be the one to learn from.
Yeah, but I don't know this.
I don't understand it, and I'm being very honest. I don't understand it. If somebody can clarify this for me from a government agency, I'd love to know, because I cannot understand the specifications of, because there is a boundary. There are boundaries around the community specifically, and I don't understand what it means.
Yeah, it's just time difference.
Okay, well, all right. Just say so.
Yeah. All right, so legendary reggae producer Edward Bunny Striker Lee Sr. has died. Yeah. Lee passed away on Tuesday after suffering a cardiac arrest at an undisclosed hospital. He has produced for Lee Scratch Perry, Alton Ellis, Bob Marley, Gregory Isaacs, Alton Ellis, just to name a few, and Beanie Man when he was 10 years old. I remember that because
why you remember that?
Because I remember that interview Beanie did on with Two Life Crew, and he spoke about it. Yeah. And it was so. These are moments in our history that I pray we don't forget. And I pray that we keep them close to our hearts, be reminded of the greatness of our people, how we can rise from anything, and just those who he has helped to achieve their potential. We can also help someone else achieve their potential. Because I think about him and I think about, oh, cherry, oh, baby. And I knew he produced that song and it's been so iconic to me. And I think for us as Jamaicans, we have to cherish that legacy.
Yeah, definitely. And it's things like that when we hold on to them, they give us hope.
Oh, yeah.
It does. So the small things, the little things. So we're grateful for his life and we'll celebrate him.
Yeah, and small things are always, by Jamaicans, done in big ways.
Yeah. Look at you.
Yeah,
All right, on to some international stuff. President Donald Trump remained out of sight for a second day, Wednesday, recovering from COVID-19. White House aides said that Trump was itching to get back into the Oval Office and that preparations are underway to allow him to do so while minimizing risk to those around him. Look here. The gentleman said he's not going to do no debate that is virtual.
Yeah.
He have to do everything out in the open. When you know that you pose a danger to others and you put yourself out there knowingly, what does that say about the type of person you are?
I mean, even from the offset, people know. And he one thing about the president is that he hasn't hidden who he is.
Never.
Right? And I think that's what kind of sets him apart from a lot of people. He doesn't hide who he is. And I think about this, and we said it last week when we learned that he contracted the virus. I heard people wishing for his demise, for his passing, but one thing I want people to understand is that if someone lives their life like that, I want them to live long enough to see the damage they've caused.
And you think him seeing the damage will be something that one will be able to acknowledge, two will take responsibility for, and three will actually even care about?
I mean, it gives it gives nature more time to bring him to justice.
Nature.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it gives more time for him to be brought to justice for the things that he's done, the atrocities towards humanity, the people who he's offended, the families and the nations who he has put down, because of his personality.
I appreciate what you're asking for in terms of natural karma, but it is so funny. Most of the time, that's not what happens.
Yeah. It
you
is
know,
true.
most of the time, that's just not how things work out for people like that. That's,
it is true.
Most of the time, I just not so it goes.
And that's true. But we have.
But I leave it up to the universe still, because it's not my place. So I just gotta leave it up to the universe.
Just here living it, man.
Leave it up to God. Deal with it.
But as far as we're all concerned, it is still a present danger, COVID-19. So please continue to follow the rules. Wear your mask, sanitize,
and stay far.
And social
far.
distance.
Far.
They must say 6 feet. No, cut it no more enough. Well, increase it. So you're gone.
You know, say
you're
6
meeting on the studio from morning.
When you say 6 now work, so I have to go look further. That's it, guys. That's our trending topic.
Oh my gosh.
Go look further.
Come closer. Come closer.